Everybody. So in this step, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up a script that's going to allow us to cycle the backgrounds in our main menu. So if you don't already have the main menu scene set up, this isn't going to work quite yet. So you'll have to wait until after you finish that stuff in week 3. Assuming we do have our menu set up, though, we're going to head over to that main menu scene. And what we're going to do is find our canvas object, and we're going to hit Add Component, New Script, and we're going to call this Background Cycle. Just like that. What we want to do then is go to our assets folder where it's going to put that background script. We're going to move that into scripts here, and then from scripts into created. Again, we have to do that for every script we make because this is where the check setup button is going to check that stuff. Once we have it moved, let's go ahead and open up background cycle. We want to start by adding 4 variables up at the top, so let's give ourselves lots of space here. We're going to say public, or wait, actually, before we add our variables, we need to go to the top and say using Unity Engine.ui. That way we have access to the UI classes there. Then we're going to say public image background image. We're going to say public sprite array, so we use the square brackets to denote an array. We're going to call this backgrounds. We're going to say public float switch time equals 60. 60f there, and then we're going to say int tracker, set that equal to 0. Then we're going to drop down, we're going to get rid of void update, and we're going to replace it with a void set background, open and close parentheses, and then our 2 squiggly brackets, and then down below void set background, we're going to add another method called iEnumerator, aka a coroutine, iEnumerator cycle, open and close parentheses, and then your squiggly brackets there. So let's head back up to start. The way we're going to use the start method here is we're going to say set background. So that's going to set our first background, and then we're going to start the coroutine of cycle. Like that. Now in set background, we're actually going to handle updating our background image. So we're going to say background image.sprite is equal to backgrounds. And then in the square brackets, we're going to put the tracker. And then after that, we're going to say tracker plus plus. We're also going to check to make sure that our tracker did not go over the total number of backgrounds we have access to. So we're going to say if tracker is greater than or equal to backgrounds.length, then we want to set tracker back equal to 0. Finally, down here in our cycle coroutine, all we're going to add is a yield return new wait for seconds line. What this is going to do is basically just tell this coroutine to wait X amount of time. In this case, switch time, which we set by default to 60 seconds. So we're going to say wait for 60 seconds and then set background. Just like that. So now our script is set up. So let's go ahead and save that and then head back over to Unity, where we are going to need to do a little bit of further setup on this script. So for background image, we want to grab that object we made called background and slot that in. So that's going to be the actual background object. That's a child of our canvas. For backgrounds, we want to make this list as big as many things in this list as we have backgrounds to choose from. So in my case, I only have 1 because I only have the desert scene. So I'm just going to put 1. But if you have, the cave and the forest and all that stuff, you can add as many as you need. But once you get it, you're going to click on that little target there, and you're just going to search for your stuff by name here. So I have my desert. There we go. And again, I only have the 1, but then you can also set your switch time. So if you want it to be every 60 seconds or 1 minute, you can keep it that. You can make it 30, you can make it 2, you can make it 100, however long you want to wait between your level switches. But once you've got that done, you are all set, and you can go ahead and save your scene.